The market will give you absolute whiplash if you have to pay attention like I do. Luckily, most people have the ability to just, buy their positions, set them and forget them and just walk away until the latter part of the market cycle. Obviously, we have to talk about all these different things going on. And what's interesting is there is a pretty prominent person in the space projecting that BTC may in fact drop down to about 70 to 75K. And I want to talk about whether this is in fact possible or likely, how this would relate to the price of ADA as well. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So just looking at ADA, again, at the time of filming this video right now, US money is just starting to wake up. We're going to have to wait and see how this day progresses. We're sitting at about 88, 89 cents at the time of filming this video. Would love to see a nice strong bounce from here, but hey, we'll see what the day brings us. BTC's sitting at about 99.3, 99.4 right now. Again, testing its support levels. Would love to see a nice bounce off of the top of its trend. And frankly, guys, this may be the retest. Oh, wow. This may be the retest at not just our 50-day moving average, but also our trend that sends us higher. We'll have to be patient and wait and see. But what's interesting is there are some pretty prominent people in the space that are projecting that BTC is going to go lower, much, much lower from here. In fact, a 25% retracement. My dogs are messing around. So this is actually Arthur Hayes. Now, Arthur Hayes is pretty well known, has been in the space for a very long period of time. And what he's projecting is actually a short-term dip for BTC down to this 70 to 75K range. He says, the ugly will be published tomorrow morning. I'm calling for a 70 to 75K correction in BTC, a mini financial crisis, and a resumption of money printing that will send us to 250K by the end of the year. Now, what he's referencing is actually quantitative easing. So we've been in a period of quantitative tightening for a very long period of time. And historically speaking, things start opening up once you get into quantitative easing. So that may in fact be what we're waiting for. Now, what's interesting is I don't know where he gets these price points from. Maybe it's fib retracements, whatever, but I don't think that 70 to 75K is in the cards. Now, this isn't a guarantee or financial advice or anything like that, but something I reference quite often is this bull market support band in terms of BTCs. So this has been very heavily on the rise. You guys can see that this red line here is in fact that 20-week moving average, that bull market support band. And what's interesting is during bull market cycles, BTC does not drop below and close a weekly candle below this outside of black swan events. We saw a little bit of that going on during the summer as we did get black swan events, German government dumping. Obviously, we got minor capitulation. We had all these different things taking place that dropped us below it several times. But if you guys haven't noticed, we've extended. We're very well above this, and this can be dated back cycle after cycle after cycle, right? Obviously, we had the China selling there. We had the COVID crash back here, but this has been a very consistent theme throughout the history of crypto. So right now, this actually sits at about 88.4, 88.5 or so. So do I think that we're going to get down to actually our 50-week moving average? It's very unlikely. All right. Now, could this happen? Sure. Right. Black swan events, negative events, recession, and something like that could maybe get us down to those ranges. But right now, we're not showing that taking place. In fact, institutional money is showing a lot of support right now. They've been doing a very good job of accumulating when the market has been down. And it wouldn't surprise me if that is the theme as the week moves on, especially if we get some, we'll call it mid news, if nothing really happens in a big way. But another thing actually supporting the lack of a potential drop is actually the cost of Bitcoin mining. I don't know if anybody's looked at this, but right now, the cost of actually mining one BTC is $89,284. So what tends to happen is when the mining costs are higher, or I'm sorry, when mining cost is lower than the cost of BTC, we do see some miner selling. They do sell for a little bit of profit, right? But when we do see BTC costs drop below the cost of mining, they tend to hodl. They tend to actually put a little ease of selling on the market. All right. Now, is that always the case? No. Will that be a consistent case? Yeah, probably. Right. And the reason why I'm saying that is obviously these talks of crypto reserves, government interests throughout the world, all these different things are actually creating this pressure that really hasn't been realized in the price of BTC yet. So we just have to be patient and watch how this all plays out. Now, that being said, in terms of the ADA BTC pairing, we have actually seen ADA show quite a bit of resilience versus BTC. It's actually been showing very, very consistent support around these ranges. Now, if we have a direct correlation to BTC and we actually hold these current levels that we're at, which is about 900 sats, if BTC does drop to 75K, obviously a 25% drop in terms of BTC would be a 25% drop in the price of ADA. Do I think that's going to happen? No. No, I don't. Again, I think it would take a very strong push for BTC. The downside would have to be very abrupt, because what we've seen time and time again here, at least as of the last 3 or 4 months or so, is alts are showing more resilience versus BTC. It's not like it was back here in the summer of 2024. Alts are showing more and more and more strength. So when BTC has dropped, a lot of times people have taken advantage of that opportunity and they've been adding to their positions in terms of altcoins. If BTC did manage to get down to 75K, it wouldn't surprise me if ADA held like 80 cents or so. Now, obviously, this isn't a guarantee. Nobody knows what's going to happen for sure. We're going to have to wait and digest and see if this does actually come to this. But like I said, this is going to be an interesting and exciting week nonetheless. We could get some upside. We could get some downside. Obviously, it started on the downside, but we may actually have a little bit of this negative news baked in already. And that's what we just have to watch and wait for. So I appreciate you guys as always. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think BTC is going to go down to 75K? What would this do for the price of ADA? Or is this just a big fake out right before we start to set new highs? So have a great day. Show your love below. Let me know your thoughts. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.